All right, by now you've probably heard the news about the white player taking a knee. Of course, it only took 375 days for a white player to join in solidarity with, Colin Kaepernick and the other players that are taking a knee. But there's another issue that everyone is overlooking, and it's about the NFL pride. I don't know why this isn't really being talked about in the community, but the NFL basically they want to heighten their sensitivity to the LGBTQ community. So the employees have gotten together and they started a group called the NFL Pride. Now, if you remember during the Ray Rice and different things like that, there was a movement called the Women's Interactive Network, WIN. On August 16th, the NFL launched NFL Pride, so just basically a week ago. And they want to help steer the NFL on LGBTQ issues. Now, Roger Goodell, if you remember, he said that, last year when Kaepernick first started kneeling, and he said he didn't agree with what Kaepernick was doing. And he said basically that patriotism is he supports patriotism. But recently he said he doesn't think the NFL is blackballing Kaepernick. So if you remember last year, the NFL commissioner Roger Goodell said that he didn't agree with what Kaepernick was doing. And recently he said that he doesn't think the NFL is blackballing Kaepernick. And his response to his first initial response to what Kaepernick was doing was that he believes strongly in patriotism, even though we've seen the different military people standing with Kaepernick and supporting him because they fought for his right to not stand for the flag. So, but if the NFL pride, this is the dilemma that I have. If the NFL pride is set up to heightened sensitivity to issues for the LGBTQ community, why isn't there something set up to establish, heightened sensitivity issue to the black community? That doesn't really make sense because some people would feel that those statements are insensitive to the black community. If you're going to respond, if Kaepernick is saying that he's kneeling to for the social injustices and police brutality to black people, and your response to that is you believe strongly in patriotism, you don't agree with that, you don't agree with what Kaepernick is doing. Given the history in this country, that's a very insensitive statement. So, add that to the fact there's no NFL employee group set up to engage on this issue yet. Now, there is a group that is abbreviated BEN, the Black Engagement Network. But it was set up, I think, mainly for black employees. They want to strengthen, the engagement of the black employees, create more inclusion within the organization of the NFL. It's not really set up to advocate for black issues. It's more of a employee having more, I guess, their issues heard within the NFL company. So I think that's the difference. The NFL advocating on behalf of the LGBTQ proves that basically power, not morality or any reason, gets things done in America. When the NFL came out with the Women's Initiative group, they were responding to the domestic violence and different things like that because of the power, the concentration of the power from the women who wanted to speak out against that. Same thing with the LGBTQ community. They get things done when, they have large numbers, they advocate, they stick together. But people understand the black community is not as powerful as it should be. We're scattered. We have different beliefs, different ideologies. We can't agree to disagree. So, we're going to just do it half-ass or backslide or not really fully commit to those issues. So, but the NFL being 70% black, I really don't understand. I think, the more the players begin to kneel, of course there was a rally today in front of the NFL headquarters. The more players begin to be proactive, I think the NFL they'll begin to listen to us, because the players can become more active a lot faster than we will be come together as a collective to have a more stronger voice, if you see what I'm saying. But what really rubs me the wrong way about this is that there's no women playing in the NFL. You have cheerleaders. You might have some that work in the offices, but as far as the game itself, there's no women playing. And there's only been a select few of NFL players who came out and say they are LGBTQ. And football is really only one of the few options that black men have, that come from poverty-stricken environments, or they have bad, poor public education systems that don't provide them with the education and the resources to want to go to colleges and different things like that. So football is very important also in instilling discipline in young men. This discipline is often not found in homes. I don't want to say a lot, but I'll just say often. And also, if a father figure is not there, you got the football coaches and the staff on the football teams, different coaches that are role models to these men. They're positive role models. They're in their life. They can come to them with their issues and different things like that. We have Ted Ginn Sr. here, who's a football coach, set up his own charter school. He's very influential in the community, so that's a perfect example. So, also there was the LA Rams became the first team to sponsor an NFL gay pride event. We would like to see the NFL hold a black pride event, because if gay pride is okay, there should be nothing wrong with black pride. We would like to see more engagement, more efforts, to better the relationships between the police and the black community. I mean, the players that are coming to the NFL, a lot of these players, they've, even at a young age, they probably have a certain perception of the police, a certain stigma associated with the police that they grew up with. So a lot of the times, due to personal experiences with the police. So black men, we can't integrate into any profession with an overwhelming majority of women in it and start to voice our political issues. And if anyone has an example of that being done, I would like to see it. And the same thing, I think, goes for the LGBTQ community. I don't think, like at the Women's March when Donald Trump was president, I don't think there were black men at the Women's March advocating for issues that affect black men. And I know that's not a profession, but it's just an event. I don't see us having that much power to have a say-so in that arena. So stay tuned for more Melanated Media news on YouTube. Hit the like button and subscribe, and also check out our Facebook channel.